Hello and welcome. In the part 3 of the story Triumph of Surgery, we have read that the dog was overfed, so the doctor advised the owner, Mrs. Pumphrey, to hospitalize the dog. And the doctor took the dog with him. So let us read the story and I will explain it. But I took a foreign line. Tricky was ill, and this was the only way to save him. In fact, I thought it best to take him without delay. And followed by Mrs. Pumphrey's wailing, I marched out to the car, carrying the little dog wrapped in a blanket. As I told you just now, Mrs. Pumphrey was not willing to send her, but it was necessary. Mrs. Pumphrey's wailing, she was crying. Wailing means crying because she was being separated from her dog. But the doctor had to take stern action again for the safety of the dog. The entire staff was roused and maids rushed in and out, bringing his day bed, his night bed, fabric cushions, toys, rubber rings, breakfast bowl, lunch bowl, supper bowl. So many things. So these are the belongings of the dog. And as he is going to be hospitalized, Mrs. Pumphrey filled the car of the doctor with his so many belongings. And one bowl for breakfast, another bowl for lunch, another bowl for supper. And then realizing my car would never hold up for it, this was too much. So doctor realized that his car would never hold all this stuff. I started to drive away. He started the car. As I moved off, Mrs. Pumphrey, with a despairing cry, threw an arm of the little coats through the window. I looked in the mirror before I turned the corner of the drive. Everybody was in tears. Everybody, all the staff, were in tears. They were crying for the Tricky, crying for Tricky the dog. You can see here excess love. He is loved by his owner and all the staff. Out on the road, I glanced down at the pathetic little animal gasping on the seat by my side. On the way, doctor had a look on the dog. It was looking patheticness. He was looking miserable, little sad. So I patted the head and Tricky made a brave effort to wag his tail. Poor old lad. Veterinary doctor says, poor old lad to the dog. To the dog. I said, you haven't a kick in you, but I think I know a cure for you. Look at that sentence here. You haven't a kick in you means you have no energy. But he said he knew how to cure. At the surgery, it means at the surgery place, the household dogs surged around me when the veterinary doctor took him to his hospital. Tricky was surrounded by so many dogs and they looked it was this new member of their group. Tricky looked down at the noisy park with delight and when put down lay motionless on the carpet. The other dogs, after sniffing around him for a few seconds, decided he was an uninteresting object and ignored him. So at the start, when all the dogs came, sniffed means smelled, and for other dogs, Tricky was not an interesting dog, not an interesting thing to be mixed up because he was so fat he could not move. So he was not an energetic dog, listless. So condition was very bad, but we know that his condition will improve here. I made up a bed for him in a warm, loose box next to the one where the other dogs slept. For 2 days, I kept an eye on him. He was given a bed, and I kept an eye. Keep an eye means keep a vigilance. He cared it, giving him no food but plenty of water. Look at the way the doctor treats. Doctor gave him no medicine. Doctor decided how to reduce the fat from his body. So the first remedy was not to give anything to eat for 2 days, only water. So he survived for on water only, plenty of water. At the end of the second day, he started to show some interest in surroundings. After 2 days, he showed some interest in surroundings. The dog showed some interest in surroundings, and on the third he began to whimper when he heard the dogs in the yard. So this was no medicine was given to the dog by the doctor. Doctor knew the dog is overfed, overweight, and because of overweight, because of too much fat in his body, he is not able to move. So fasting was the medicine. For 2 days he kept him on fasting, and then gradually he will give little things to eat. Thank you for today. We will watch what happens next in our